This is my first video. My name is Rachel, and I started a pro-life group at the College of Lake County. I'm a student there. And I just wanted to post this because something recently happened that really bothered me, and I just wanted to hear this and see what other people thought about it. We were having an event on my club. My club is affiliated with a national group called Students for Life. It's currently the largest pro-life student organization in the United States and probably in the world. So anyway, I had someone from Students for Life help me set up the event. It was called We Care, and it was to promote awareness of sexual violence and rape and rape prevention. So I contacted the Women's Center at the College of Lake County, Grace Lake, and they were really excited to help out with the event. They asked if they had any information we could pass out. So anyway, I was talking with the Title IX coordinator, and I looked around to see what they were referring to, and we had two smallish signs. They weren't huge. One of them said, "I am the pro-life generation," and then the one beside it said, "Defund Planned Parenthood," and that was the sign that they were complaining about. And Teresa said, "That is a political statement." And she said, "We can't have political statements on campus. We can't endorse that." And I said, "This is my club doing this event. This is not a CLC event. You're not endorsing anything. This is our free speech we're doing here." She asked us to take down the sign. So I just kind of listened to her. I made my point, and then she left. So David was talking to me, and he said, "So what do you think? Do you want to take down the sign? It's up to you." And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I didn't plan to be controversial today. This was supposed to be a sexual assault awareness event. I'm a journalism student at CLC, and my professor, who happens to be atheist, he has drilled it into all of us in his class that free speech is number one, one of the most vital, important rights about being American. So I told David, I think we should leave the sign up. If it's attracting people's attention, we can talk to them as they go by and maybe have a dialogue. If they disagree with us, that's fine. Let's talk about why we disagree on that issue. And somebody did come up to us and asked, what does defunding Planned Parenthood have to do with rape? And then David was actually talking to them, and he said, actually, Planned Parenthood has repeatedly been caught not reporting cases of rape and assault, underage, non-consensual, whatever. And they're under federal investigation currently. Shortly after that, the Title IX coordinator comes out again, and she says, again, that sign is offensive, it's political speech, can you please take it down? Then, that's when she said something that bothered me. If I had known that you were going to be a pro-life club, she wouldn't have been in favor of us forming the club or something. And she said if a pro-choice club wanted to start a group on campus, if they wanted to start on campus, then we wouldn't allow that either. And I was thinking, it sounds like equal suppression of free speech. We'll suppress the other side, and they can put on their happy faces, and you guys, you disagree with the other side, so you can put on your happy faces and pretend everything's fine. And I was like, this isn't good. That's when it really didn't sit well with me. Because I was thinking, CLC is a community college, they're publicly funded, and they want to make all their students feel welcome. How are they going to accomplish that? By stifling discussion and debate. Because I know abortion is controversial, but that's why we need to talk about it. And so anyway, we did leave the sign up for a little while longer, and then I decided to take it down. And the thing that bothered me is I want to communicate the best way I can with students and whoever else is walking past our table. And I probably would, if it wasn't getting the result that I want, then I probably would have taken down the sign anyway. But now that they're saying you have to, and basically it felt like they were censoring, definitely, but also in the future it felt like we would have to approve whatever we were going to say ahead of time. And I really didn't like that. I work at the Chronicle, a student newspaper, and we had to deal with stuff like that with the Chronicle, like on what we were covering. We got complaints like we weren't covering stuff fairly or something like that. So it wasn't strange to me. And I think this disproportionately affects conservative groups on campus. My friend, Rob, he's a student at CLC, and he's starting a group called Young Americans for Freedom, and he's getting the same pushback that it's too political. So I asked for their policy, for the CLC written policy about student clubs and organizations and what type of free speech is allowed on campus. And the policy that I got, it didn't say anything about prohibiting political speech on campus. So that is another thing that bothers me. It's like, okay, who decides what is political speech? If it's not written down, then they can say anything is political speech and that you can't do it because it's too controversial. And that, why can't there be a college Republicans club and a college Democrats club? Why can't there be a pro-choice club and a pro-life club? Because there's too much controversy, because students won't feel respected if issues like that can actually be discussed. I have a problem with that. America was founded on freedom of speech and freedom to believe what you want to believe, and the freedom of the press so that you could publish, and the freedom of assembly. And I get that, I mean, if we were having a demonstration there that said abolish Planned Parenthood or defund Planned Parenthood or whatever, I could see why we would need a permit for that. But we weren't demonstrating. We just had a little sign in the back of our table or of our display that said defund Planned Parenthood. And it wasn't anything trying to be controversial or even attract attention or anything. It was just, I didn't even think anything of it, so. Okay, and besides all this, I don't know why defunding Planned Parenthood should be controversial. Because why should people that don't support what Planned Parenthood does be forced to contribute their money? Because everyone is taxed. Planned Parenthood does not have to pay taxes because it's officially a nonprofit organization. Even though according to their annual report for 2017, they actually made a profit of around $23 million. And that's besides the the over $500 million that they got from the federal government last year. So I don't understand why they should be, that's like saying they should be given preferential treatment. And not only that, but that people who don't agree with what they're doing should be forced to fund it. I don't understand that. So I thought I'd post this and see what everyone thinks, and make sure to post in the comment section what you think about this video, and if there are any other topics that you are concerned about. And I guess I'll see you. Bye.